Exodus 38 has Mupthir in the margin there. And after verse 20, some will turn to the Haftaroth, 1 Kings 7, verse 40 to 50, and section 23 of Tanakh starts with verse 21 to 31, and that section is called Pekudi. And he made the altar of burnt offering of shittim wood. 5 cubits was the length thereof, and 5 cubits the breadth thereof. It was 4 square, and 3 cubits the height thereof. And he made the horns thereof on the 4 corners of it. The horns thereof were of the same. And he overlaid it with brass. And he made all the vessels of the altar, the pots, and the shovels, and the basins, and the flesh hooks, and the fire pans, all the vessels thereof made he of brass. And he made for the altar a brazen grate of network under the compass thereof, beneath, unto the midst of it. And he cast 4 rings for the 4 ends of the grate of brass, to be places for the staves. And he made the staves of shittim wood, and overlaid them with brass. And he put the staves into the rings on the sides of the altar. To bear it withal, he made the altar hollow with boards. And he made the laver of brass, and the foot of it of brass, of the looking glass of the women assembling, which assembled at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And he made the court on the south side southward. The hangings of the court were of fine twined linen, and 100 cubits. Their pillars were 20, and their brazen sockets 20. The hooks on the pillars and their fillets were of silver. And for the north side the hangings were 100 cubits. Their pillars were 20, and their sockets of brass 20. The hooks of the pillars and their fillets of silver. And for the west side were hangings of 50 cubits, their pillars 10, and their sockets 10. The hooks of the pillars and their fillets of silver. And for the east side, eastward, 50 cubits, and the hangings of the one side of the gate were 15 cubits. A cubit's like fingertip to elbow, right? Their pillars 3, and their sockets 3. And for the other side of the court gate, on this hand and that hand, were hangings of 15 cubits, and their pillars 3, and their sockets 3. Now that would have had been standardized. Some say it's about 18 inches, some which cubit varies per culture, right? All the hangings of the court round about were of fine twined linen, and the sockets for the pillars were of brass. The hooks of the pillars, the fillets of silver, and the overlaying of their chapters of silver, and all the pillars of the court were filleted with silver. And the hanging for the gate of the court was needlework of blue and purple and scarlet and fine twined linen, and 20 cubits was the length, and the height, and the breadth was 5 cubits, answering to the hangings of the court. And their pillars were 4, and their sockets of brass 4. Their hooks of silver, and their overlaying of their chapters, and their fillets of silver. And all the pins of the tabernacle and of the court round about were of brass. These are the accounts of the tabernacle, even of the tabernacle testimony, as they were made according to the commandment of Moses for the service of the Levites, by the hand of Ithamar, son to Aaron the priest, and Bezaleel, son of Uri, the son of Hur, of the tribe of Yehudah, made. All that God is noun and verb commanded Moses, and with him was Aholiab, the son of Ahisamach of the tribe of Dan, an engraver and a cunning workman, and an embroiderer in blue and in purple, and in scarlet, and in fine linen. All the gold that was occupied for the work, and all the work of the holy place, even the gold of the offering, was 29 talents, and 730 shekels, after the shekel of the sanctuary. And the silver of them that were numbered of the congregation was 100 talents, and 1,760 shekels, after the shekel of the sanctuary. A bekah for every man, that is half a shekel, after the shekel of the sanctuary, for every one that went to be numbered from 20 years old and upward, for 600,000 and 3,550 men. And of the 100 talents of silver were cast the sockets of the sanctuary, and the sockets of the veil, and 100 sockets of the 100 talents, a talent for a socket. And of the 1,775 shekels, he made hooks for the pillars, and overlaid their chapiters, and filleted them. And the brass of the offering was 70 talents, and 2,400 shekels, and therewith he made the sockets to the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And the brazen altar, and the brazen grate for it, and all the vessels of the altar, and the sockets of the court round about, and the sockets of the court gate, and all the pins of the tabernacle, and all the pins of the court round about. We'ash at Mizpach, Halah Atzi, Shathim Chemush, Amut Arku, Witchmush, Amut Richbu, Verbois, Wishlich, Amut, Amtu, Weash, Karnutiu, Al Arba, Pantiu, Memnu, Hugh, Gerntiu, Wheatsif, Atu, Nutshut, Weash at Kul Kli, Hamzapach at Hesirat, what? Hiayim, what? Hem Zirkat at Hem Zulgat, what? Hem Chittit, Kul Kulyu, Asha, Nutshut, Weash, Lim Zipach, Makbur, Masha, Rashit, Nutshut, Tutchut, Kirkabu, Mulmatha, Ad, Chithu, Wheatsuk, Arba, Thibat, Barba, Heptzwat, Lam Kabur, and Chushit, Patim, Labdim, Weash at Habdim, Atsi, Shatim, Wheatsif, Atom, Nutshut, Weba at Habdim, Bethbat, Al Talat, Hamzapach, Rashat, Atu Baham, Nabub, Lichet, Asha, Atu, Weash, at Hakur, Netshut, Wat, Canoe, Netshut, Bamrat, Hetzbat, Asher, Tzbau, Pentateuch, Achel, Muad, Weash, At, Hetzer, Lapat, Nagab, Timana, Qalai, Hetzer, Shesh, Mashzer, Mah, Bamah, Amudiham, Ashrim, Wadniham, Ashrim, Natshut, Wiwi, Hamudim, which Shukyaham, Kasif, Walpat, Tsapun, Ma, Bama, Amudiham, Ashrim, Wadniham, Ashrim, Natshut, Wiwi, Hamudim, which Shukyaham, Kasif, Walpat, Yim Gulaim, Chimshim, Bamah, Amudiham, Ashra, Wadniham, Ashra, Wiwi, Hamdim, which Shukiham, Kasif, Walpat, Kadma, Mazracha, Chimshim, Amah, Qa'im, Chimish, Ashra, Amah, Al, Haktaf, Amudiham, Shulsha, Wadniham, Shulsha, Wal Kitaf, Hashnit, Mazah, Wamzah, Lashar, Hetzer, Kulaim, Chimish, Ashra, Amma, Amdiham, Shul, Shad, Wadiham, Shulsha, Kulai, Hetzer, Sabib, Shesh, Mushzer, Wa'adnim, Lamdim, Natshut, Wiwi, Hamudim, which Shukiham, Kasif, Witzpui, Rashiham, Kasif, Waham, much Shukim, Kasif, Kul, Amdi, Hetzer, Wamsuk, Shar, Hetzer, Masha, Rakam, Teklet, Wargaman, Watulat, Shani, Washesh, Mechzer, Washrim, Amah, Ark, Wakumah, Barchib, Chimish, Amut, Lamet, Kalai, Hetzer, Wamudyaham, Arba, Watniham, Arba, Natshut, Wiyaham, Kasif, Witzpui, Rashiham, which Shukyaham, Kasif, Wakul, he did it, he did it, Lim Shukin, Wal Chitzer, Sabi, Ben Chishit, Alham, Pakudi, Hem Shukin, Mashkin, Hadit, Asher, Pakad, Alpi, Masha, Abdit, Halloween, Bede, Aitmer ben Ahran Hakan Wabtil al ben Auri ben Chur Lem Tha Yahuda Asha at Kul Asher Tzwa Yahweh at Masha Watu Ahliab ben Achi Samak Lem Tha Den Church which Shub were Qum Mud Cult Wum Argaman Wub Tu Lat Hashni Wubshesh Kul Hezhab Hashwi Lemel Akka Bakal Malakat Hakdush We He Sahab Hetnupa Tish'a Washrim Keker Wushba Mount Wush Dushim Shukal Bushkal Hakdush Wuk Sif Pakudi Hadda Mat Keker Walth Wushba Mount Witch Musha Wush Bayim Shukal Bushkal Hakdush Baka Luglet Much Teat Hashkal Bushkal Hakdush Lukal Hopper Al Hep Qadim Mubin Ashrim Shana Wum Allah Lashesh Mount Alf Wish Lashet Al Pim Witch Mush Mount Witch Mashim Wehi Mat Keker Hexeth Let's Cut at Adni Hekdush Wat Adni Hep Rucket Mat Adnim Lem At Heker Keker Laden Wat Half Wishba Hamount Witch Musha Wish Bayim Ashah Wuyim Lamudium Wutzpa Rashiham Witch Shuk Atom When Chishut Het Nupa Shabayim Keker Walapim Warba Mount Shukal We Ash Bah At Adni Ptach Achel Nuad Wat Mazbach Hen Chisht Wash Mukber Hen Chisht Asher Lu Wat Kul Kli Hem Zipich Wat Adni Hetzer Sabib Wat Adni Shar Hetzer Wat Kul Gittit Hum Shukin Wat Kul Gittit Hetzer Sabib Shukal Thoroughly Weigh Spend and so it's used as a term for a commercial standard.